Yo, what up? My name is Don, and today I wanted to talk quickly about the Warcraft Direct that was broadcast live earlier today. If you didn't watch that, you definitely missed out if you're a fan of anything Warcraft. They had so much in store, and everybody was wondering. The key thing I want to focus on is what everybody was wondering. That was the secret announcement at the end of the live broadcast, which is honestly something that I've been talking about for years. So, without further ado, let's hop right in. So, like I said, this video is really to focus in on that special announcement that they gave at the end of the broadcast, but so many exciting things are happening in the Warcraft universe, from them doing full remasters for Warcraft 3 Reforged to Warcraft 2. I believe that was called Tides of Darkness, was it not? And Warcraft 1 with they're implementing this really cool hand-drawn art style. To kind of modernize the graphics, because obviously the old graphics are like 4 pixels, 6 pixels at best for some of the units and some of the animations that go on in the game, which is absolutely hilarious. But one of the cool things that they actually put in is you're able to switch the graphics on multiple things. So you can have like the old set of graphics with like new units, like old tile sets for the houses and stuff like that. But new units or old units and new housing and stuff like that. It's absolutely awesome. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not playing the Warcraft RTS games anymore, but you know what? With all the work that they're putting into it, I'm pretty tempted. And they also released a battle chest for Warcraft, so you can get Warcraft 1, 2, 3 all remastered, which is pretty sick. Hearthstone got a bunch of love, a lot of it Warcraft themed. So, they're coming out with, they even pulled in a bit of StarCraft. They gave some love to StarCraft, which, as a StarCraft player myself who played StarCraft for many years when it was, it feels like forever ago. And, just quickly, I want to say, I hope that since the Microsoft acquisition of Blizzard, that Microsoft is looking at the legacy of StarCraft and understanding that that game's not done. Like, don't let StarCraft 2 be the end of StarCraft. We need more StarCraft. We absolutely need more StarCraft out there in the world. So, they brought in kind of like this mixed thing where there's new heroes in Hearthstone. Kerrigan for the Zerg, Jim Raynor for the Terran, and I think they went with I can't remember who they went with for the Protoss. Oh, Artanis. They went with Artanis. And their leading units from World of Warcraft, like the Zerg, get the Death Knight, Demon Hunter, Hunter Warlock. Protoss are getting the Druid, Mage, Priest, Rogue, and Terran are getting Paladin, Shaman, and Warrior. And a little Murloc buddy. But I like, how they pull from the other two franchises and kind of add to their own, it's not even their own world. Hearthstone is really just a different way to experience the main worlds that Blizzard has created, like StarCraft, Warcraft, etc. And I'm not sure if they have any Diablo themed cards, but if they don't, they should make some. I haven't played Hearthstone for quite a while, but when I did, totally hooked. So tons of updates for that game's, arena updates for players. And two, they're gonna like split ranked mode where there's like regular ranked and then like an underground ranked where it's like all out, doesn't matter. You could be facing like I don't know what the ranks are in that game, but you could be facing like as a rookie going up against like grandmaster players and then whatever, right? It's all, the gloves are off, an all out brawl. They came out with some updates for Warcraft Rumble. I don't even know what that is. Honestly, I learned what that was today. I scanned the little capture on screen. It's a mobile game that they are coming. They're making it capable to play on PC as well. Beta starting December 10th, I believe. So cool. If you're a Warcraft Rumble player, I don't really understand it yet, but they had some things coming to that game. If you play that game, split leaders that I guess have benefits to dual factions. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, the other big thing was just it's coming to PC. That might make me try it. I don't really like the mobile format when it comes to gaming, so that's not for me, but who knows what's the reason that they brought it to PC, but that'll definitely get me to try it. And it's another game that you could probably play between your World of Warcraft queues, your PvP queues, or you're looking for a raid or something like that. Or you're a warrior like me and you get denied for 22 groups for people that are ranked below you. Anyways, on to the World of Warcraft news. World of Warcraft recently just celebrated their 20-year anniversary with that event still happening in the game. That event is so much fun, and I really, really love the tier 2 sets that we've got from this event. They look so good, and because I've been spoiled, my eyes have been spoiled with the graphical goodness. I need them to do more. I need them to upgrade more sets, more items in the game, more mounts. Forget the items. You know what? I'm good on the items. I'm just chilling in my tier 2 set because it looks amazing. But if you could give me more updated mounts, like my tiger from Zul'Grub, yeah, that'd be sick because he looks like he's straight out of the GeoCities age. It's pretty bad. So they recently are coming out with updates to Classic, all sorts of updates for Classic. The Season of Discovery, which is something that I've never tried yet, but I believe that has to do with Ankh-Raj. That was a period which I don't think I was rating either that or I was not playing the game. I do remember when that all came out, but I just was nowhere near rating at that time, and I'm not sure what the exact reason was. Regardless, Season of Discovery is coming back. It says can look forward to one more phase. They'll face the dangers of Naxxramas, along with new instance content featuring the Scarlet Crusade, as well as adventures in Deadwind Pass. They're coming with the classic thing was confusing to me. So basically, what I understand is they're resetting Classic. Like you can restart fresh. They said that it started in 2019, I believe, and so they are restarting it in tandem with like the anniversaries, aka when World of Warcraft first came out 20 years ago. New classic servers, brand new classic servers. They think they said they were launching PvP, PvE, and hardcore servers. The hardcore servers, I guess that's just actual hardcore. Like I should take it in the literal sense from Diablo. Once you're dead, you're dead. Insane. I wonder if you can go hardcore PvP servers. Once you're dead and the aspect of PvP, you're dead. Wild. And I believe they said that was going through Cataclysm as well. And then they're doing a revisit to Mists of Pandaria. They're doing like a Mists of Pandaria classic. That's coming in summer of 2025. I don't want to say I didn't get to play, but I didn't play Mists of Pandaria when it was out. I wasn't playing the game at that time, so I wanted to, because that, I wasn't really into the whole panda thing at the time, but the world and the level of which Warcraft upgraded to, I feel in that expansion was something that I wanted to experience and never did. So same thing with Dragonflight. For some reason, I feel like Dragonflight was a definite upgrade from like BFA Shadowlands, let's be completely honest, right? But I didn't play Dragonflight. Now I'm finally back in the War Within, and I feel like the game's it's just the greatest thing it's ever been right now. And after watching this Warcraft Direct today, I feel like the game is headed to an absolutely phenomenal spot. WoW Classic 20th Anniversary Edition. Yes, so here it is. Relive the World of WoW Classic experience. It's gonna be a fresh journey to 60. Molten Core is coming. You can choose a PvP or PvE realm. Fresh economies on very large realms, they said. These realms will launch some of the quality of life features that came later in the WoW Classic cycle. Chrono Boon Displacer to save your world buffs, and the improved PvP honor ranking system. The PvP and normal PvE realms will also progress into Burning Crusade Classic. So there it is. That's confirmed. They say it's never too late to go back and experience that. I've never been a Classic player, but if it's going to be fresh and all that, I might. I just treat it like another alt, right? It's just another alt, right? And then on to the War Within, we got a peek. Okay, this is the part that's so exciting to me. We got a peek of the new zone, the Siren Isle, which is on the test realms right now. I don't really bother myself with test realms. I'd rather just experience new content one time and not dull that genuine first experience, especially because I'm going to want it on stream. Check out my stream down in the description below. Plunderstorm is going to return. Never played Plunderstorm myself, and I remember a lot of people talking about, even in like general chat, how Plunderstorm is absolutely wild. So that's going to be cool. Not really sure how it works, but that's going to be a brand new experience for me. They released a audiobook that is narrated by Chris Metzen himself. Absolutely wild. You can listen to that. There's a link to it right in the article for the WoW Direct 30, and it's literally, you can read along and just experience it like an audiobook. They have 5 parts out that are on YouTube, and that's just wild to me. That's really, 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 really cool. I will absolutely be listening to that. Any piece of lore that I can get more out of my favorite worlds, obviously Warcraft and what it became, World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, every piece of lore, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. They're all so good. It's just beyond so good. We got a peek of the next raid, Undermined. The Goblin City looks absolutely sick. The Goblin raid, which is going to have 8 bosses. The new raid's going to have 8 bosses. Looks sick. I can't wait to figure that one out. I've evolved into a raid leader myself in Narubar Palace here in the War Within, our current raid. And it's been a ton of fun learning how to raid lead all the way up to the first boss in Mythic, Ulgrax. So that's been a really cool experience, and hopefully I can take that even further in the next expansion here. We got a new dungeon, Operation Floodgate, and they also said they were going to bring back one of the previous dungeons that people were not too excited about in the chat, but it is what it is. Oh, the Motherlode from Battle for Azeroth. I wish they didn't conclude anything from Battle for Azeroth, to be honest. So, 2 new delves to add to the existing delves. They're going to be introducing updates to Bran Bronzebeard, a new adversary to follow. They said Zekvir again. I'm not sure if he's coming back in some sort of way. And a new set of goblin-inspired curios. So those are going to be fun to play with. Probably lots of explosions and stuff like that. The new raid is called Liberation of Undermine. And then they gave the final special announcement. Now, I could have never expected that they were going to do this, because I really felt like, and it's common knowledge that WoW was kind of, in some ways, at the end of its timeline. Like, the engine is being pushed to its absolute limits, especially in recent expansions, with all of the effects that happen on screen. It's sometimes hard to even keep an eye on your cursor when you're raiding. But we knew that they were planning 3 expansions with the War Within and the next 2 that are coming. I forget what the middle one is called. Oh, it's the War Within Undermined. Sorry, that is the next expansion. And then Midnight is going to be after that, I believe. And I could have never guessed this, but just like that I experienced in some other MMOs recently, one of the greatest additions to that has been having your place in that world, which means having a house, right? I think that one of the games that I played recently in my time away from World of Warcraft was New World, the MMO that came out by Amazon. Now, that game didn't really stick for me because I don't like how there's only like 2 or 3 abilities, 1, 2, 3, and left click, right click. The left click, right click for combat was, intuitive combat was very awesome, very cool. But I didn't like the lack of abilities, and I feel like the one thing that kind of sticks me to World of Warcraft is the ability to really sink into your character with, like, literally on some characters, like 30 buttons that you have keybound, right? It's insane, shamans. So, the next thing for someone like me, like, I'm a complete hoarder. If you've ever watched any of my World of Warcraft videos, my inventory is full 24/7, and my girlfriend teases me about it consistently. And I'm always playing, Tetris, especially on my warrior, with not wanting to get rid of literally anything, not only from my inventory, but from my bank, my Regent bank, my Warband bank. It doesn't matter where I can have storage. You know what I mean? So I'm using all of it. So they announced with a little teaser video. They didn't say anything. It just played at the end that we will be getting housing in World of Warcraft. And my mind absolutely blew. I like, what are you even saying to me? After 20 years, 20 years, I've been waiting for this for 84 years. Yeah, 20 years we're getting housing in World of Warcraft. I'm not sure how it's going to work. I'm sure it's not going to work like a shanty town where people can just freehold place them anywhere. I'm sure it's going to work in some sort of instanced way. But I feel like the way New World did it, which I guess would have been instanced as well, was perfect. You had a selection of houses that you could choose to buy within any one main city, and that was your house. And so, you know, it was, I didn't see any problem with that system being able to, the the time that I spent designing my house and placing my chests and, coming back and filling my chests with loot, the simple activity of filling my chests with loot in my house is so cool, and being able to save that in the world is so cool. So you can go out and do things like, you know, in certain games, like I'm not sure how they're gonna do it in WoW because it's not like lumber is a thing that you collect already for like crafting, but ore is, and maybe they're gonna change crafting a bit to take advantage of the world more, because I'm the type of player to go out for a couple hours and mine like 2,000 lumber or timber or just wood or whatever you want to, whatever the game wants to call it, just so I can have it later, just so I don't have to do that activity later, right? Or just to quote unquote be ahead. And it's not like my chests in my house aren't going to be completely full. They're going to be completely full. I'm going to be a hoarder that way too. But it's one more way for me to enjoy being a hoarder and have my own little space in World of Warcraft. I cannot wait. So that will be coming in the Midnight expansion. Whenever that launches, I do have their roadmap up right now. That is going to be in basically winter, the end of next year. Autumn winter, when patch 11 or after patch 11.27. So there is a lot of content to come and go through. They have the whole next year planned out, and I'm just overwhelmed with the tenacity of the team to just keep giving and giving and giving and giving. And I'm like, oh my god, I already thought World of Warcraft was in a fantastic spot, and it's getting so much better. I'm like, Midnight might be the biggest selling expansion of all time. And it's so weird to say that, knowing how huge WoW exploded back in the day. I remember, I probably am going to try Classic, because just to have that experience of back in the day when I logged in for the first time, and I believe I made like a gnome or something, or a dwarf, just to get in the world. And like I spawned in with like 400 other people standing there. And I was just like, if it was not that number, it felt like that number. There were so many people in the starting area, uninstanced, unfazed. I was like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. So I'm so excited for what's to come. I will show you guys this teaser for the housing, because it is worth seeing if you haven't seen it. It's only 44 seconds. Absolutely awesome. Let's put that on screen. Check it out. Look at it. Look at all the things you can collect. I'm like, people are going to be going so ham with the decoration. I like the little nod, like they're like, yeah, we did it. What? That's got to be the greatest unveil ever. Oh my God, that's got to be the greatest. I don't even know what to say, dude. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. They did that so perfectly. I'm so in. I'm so in for the next two expansions. Like, I'm having so much fun in the War Within. War Within Undermined it looks like it's gonna be amazing. World of Warcraft is so back. It is so back. I feel like a kid again. So Oh man, you guys gotta let me know what you think. If you're not playing World of Warcraft right now, why not? Like, get in the game right now. It's so good. Um, Let me know what you think if you are playing World of Warcraft. And literally, we just have so much to look forward to, not only in World of Warcraft, but in all the Warcraft franchises. So, with that being said, check out the stream. I live stream every day. Like, share, and subscribe as always, and I'll see you in the next one.